Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Oracle Intuitions. My name is Catherine and this is your weekly reading for October 23rd to October 30th. And we're going to be taking a look into the energies of the mind, body, and spirit, as well as relationship with the closing message from the universe. All of the decks that I'm using are going to be below in the description box, as well as links to my website, my Instagram, and my Facebook page for those of you seeking a personal reading. Also, links for each sign are going to also be below in the description box so that you can just click on the timestamp and go directly to your sign. This is, I guess, the Halloween edition. So I sort of changed all of the decorations today. We have our little buddy. I haven't exactly named him yet. I'm thinking maybe just, Fred. I think Fred is kind of cute. So he's going to be here, helping us along with our reading today. The energies today are, pretty exciting. We've got things that are going to be happening. There's a lot of awakening that's going on, people. So I really feel that this is time now to start following your inner intuition. Okay. I know that many of you probably already have, started this journey already, but this is truly the time to really start getting into it, delving into it. Really start looking at the things that are resonating with you and the things that are just not, they're not vibing with you at this time. And it's really this point to start letting them go, to let the things that, whether this is person, places, or things, just to allow them to be released into the air. So on that note, I just want to remind everybody, live Saturday, 1 o'clock p.m. We had some trouble last week with the live. We tried to do, the duo. We tried to do a dual live. I'm hoping Brandon will at the very least be able to be in the chat this week. We'll see if he's available. It was an amazing show. Otherwise, he was able to really, tap into some energies. I'd like to be able to do that duo more. However, I do have to apparently upgrade my computer system because that just wasn't able to handle it at that point. But I am going to be live this Saturday. It is going to be, obviously better video because I'm not adding in a second person through video. So I hope that you guys can join me. I'm really looking forward to the show and have an amazing week. Many blessings. Take care. Scorpio, welcome to your weekly reading for October 23rd to the 30th. We're taking a look into the energies of the mind, body, and spirit, as well as relationships with a closing message from the universe. Please remember that these are general readings, so they may not resonate with everyone, but I do recommend you also checking out your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs as well. Also, remember, Saturday, 1 o'clock Mountain Time, we're going to be going live. This is going to be for mini readings. They are not going to be full readings. For those of you that are seeking a full reading, please see my website, my Instagram, or my Facebook page, and all the links are below. All right, so let's take a look and see what energy is coming in for Scorpio for this upcoming week. The cards that I'm using for the mind, body, and spirit is we're going to be using the Alice in Wonderland by Lucy Cavendish, as well as the Wizard's Tarot by Barbara Moore. All right, for the mind, wake up. Your moment. It's your moment. Beautiful. Body, find the lesson. Discover the purpose in a situation. Trust that you are learning. And for spirit, we have laws, not justice. Rules that are not fair. All right. This is what I'm getting for you, Scorpio, for this upcoming week. So I feel as though your mind is in this place where you are waking up or you're being told to wake up. It is your moment. Okay, this is what I'm receiving here, Scorpio, is it feels that throughout, possibly some circumstances, this could encounter, maybe major moments within your life, within your essence, within the external things around you. I do feel that you were possibly in this place that there was lessons that were being brought to you. I do feel that for some of you, because if you look at her, she's really within this particular element. So what I'm getting here is this is actual surrounding people within your immediate life, people that you're in close contact with. This could be right within your immediate household. This could be right within your immediate family. This could be right within your immediate group of friends. Okay. I do feel, because again, the closeness here is really showing that, this is within people that you may have an interaction with, daily, possibly within, again, that personal level, like you can actually, touch them if you really wanted to. So again, I'm feeling kind of like family, immediate family. This could be, again, close friends, possibly coworkers. But there are lessons that you had to go through in order to bring yourself to some sort of moment here where you're now starting to wake up. You're now starting to realize that, these are not things that you need to have that attachments to. Really, if you look at that card, she's not in the happiest places. Her face is showing like she's not in an element of really enjoying herself. All of these other people, they may have this presence that they're, some sort of friends. It almost looks like they're talking to her, but she's really not engaging. I really feel that for some of you, this is very relatable to you at this time. What I'm getting here from Spirit, law is not justice, rules that are not fair. Sometimes, yeah, you know what? Here's the thing. Sometimes life isn't always fair, but here's the other thing is that sometimes these lessons are being brought to us, whether we think that they are fair at that particular moment or not. They were brought in order for us to wake up in some moment. We always have our own choices. We always choose our own path, okay? Whether we feel like we're not, okay? Choices are always being brought to us in some way, shape, or form. It's really how we handle those choices that we're going to be making monumental decisions on those next steps forward. I feel that for whatever reason, your soul, your essence, your higher self may have possibly chose lessons that were needed at the time, but maybe now are done. They're over. We've talked about this before with you, Scorpio. This has actually been coming up now for quite a while, where it's really, time to let go of things that are no longer serving you, people that are no longer serving you, whether it's within some sort of current relationship or possibly the essence of a past relationship. What I feel that your mind is going through is you're starting to get that realization. You're starting to recognize, look, I don't need to be trapped into this place. I might have been thrown in some sort of circumstance that I felt, was my responsibility at the time, or maybe I needed to be there for a particular friend or a person, or perhaps even somebody who I felt was the love of my life at the time. But what I'm really getting here is that it is time to wake up. It's time to move forward. And now is your moment to start truly living your life the way you want it to, whether it's with certain people or whether it's within certain jobs, careers, hobbies, whatever it is. It's time to start moving forward, because the circumstances, and again, this isn't going to resonate for all of you, but do take the lessons that are coming through, even if it's, resonating with you in a different way as to what I am saying. I feel like these are important messages that are trying to make their way to your consciousness at this time. You're really also, I also feel too, is that, as you're going through this process, you're starting to wake up. You may have those elements where you're going, well, that wasn't really fair. Like, why did I take on that responsibility? Why was this responsibility thrust at me? Why was I put into this place if I wasn't supposed to take it? Again, I do feel that it was some sort of lesson. Law is not justice, okay? And rules that are not fair. Yeah, sometimes it may not seem that you were fair. It was fair to you at that moment. Or maybe now you're looking back at the situation and going, I really just didn't deserve this. Or I really didn't need to take on that responsibility. I really didn't, however it is, fill in the blank for that. For some of you, you may also genuinely be in that field of law or justice, or in some possible way. Maybe perhaps you're thinking about moving out of that field. Maybe perhaps you're thinking about entering it. Okay, again, take that within Spirit as it's coming to you as that message. But again, what I'm feeling is this wake up time. It's time to really open your eyes. It's time to move forward. It's time to head towards what it is that you really desire within your heart. And I already feel that most of you already know what that is. It's just a matter of whatever this is in here. Okay, whatever those lessons are, it's time to release them or take the lessons that you've learned from them and now let them go. Hang on to the lessons that you did learn, but let, the external elements that surrounded that, just allow it to, wash away. So let's get some clarifying cards and see what is coming in for clarification. It feels like you guys are starting to head into a really good spot. You're starting to head into a place that is a much stronger environment for you, whether this is whether this is within your mind, your body, or possibly spirit, maybe that combination of all three. And that's where you're waking up. You're recognizing the fact that you can combine all three of these. You can follow your heart. You can take the lessons that you learned, follow your heart, and go towards what it is that you truly do now think is fair for you. All right? What you truly do now recognize that Spirit is trying to bring you. All right, let's see what is coming through for Scorpio for clarification. All right. Yeah. Charging towards, we have that Knight of Swords coming in. I love this energy. Okay, and I'll tell you why I love this energy with this particular card. Sometimes that Knight of Swords, he can sometimes have his blinders on, or in this case, in this picture, I'll take it as it resonates. It doesn't matter. Male, female, it really doesn't matter. But what I'm getting here is that sometimes that Knight of Swords can charge ahead. He might not put a lot of thought into where it is that he's heading. He's just going forward. Now, what I'm getting here is that you've done already that thinking process. You're already in that wake up stage, but now you're ready to take that action towards it. You're now ready and willing to let go of whatever this external element is that may be trying to, keep itself attached to you in some way. It really feels like, she's just stuck. It feels like she feels like she's stuck in this situation. Here's the thing, you're not. Okay, whatever this is, whether it's within your mind, your body, your spirit, you're not stuck. There's always those choices. There's always those, there's always something available to be able to move ahead. And with that Knight of Swords coming in, you are now taking charge. You're now dashing towards what it is that you truly desire, what it is that you truly want for yourself at this time. Look at this, Five of Swords. Yeah. You know what? I'm getting here is I do feel that for some of you, it's interesting because that we have that law is not justice, and, rules that are not fair. When we have that Five of Swords come in, I do feel that you may still be hanging on to an element of guilt, whether this is within your conscious, your subconscious. This might be what is holding you back from completely going for, towards your dreams. Again, you may have responsibilities, or you believe that you actually have responsibilities that are in some way yours, or in some way that you have to pacify those people around you, even though your heart and your mind are actually craving something else. So when this Five of Swords comes in, it's like a win or lose situation. If I go towards what I want, somebody else will lose. Can I live with that? That makes me feel... Here's the interesting thing. I feel that for most of you, it really feels good to let it go, but it's almost as though these people, this external element, is bringing it to you in a way that may be possibly bringing you this sense of false guilt. So you're not really in that place of guilt. It could be just external circumstances that are bringing that towards you, or it may be, some sort of sense of, well, I've always done this responsibility. If I was to let go of it, how are they going to handle it? How are they going to is this going to cut off some sort of communication permanently? Are they going to understand? Yeah, here's the thing. Five of Swords is coming through saying very clearly, it is time to win for you. It doesn't mean to do things in a way that are unfair, although sometimes you may have to. Maybe you do have to be a little bit harsher in order to bring about some sort of personal happiness. I feel like for you, Scorpio, you've always been... and Scorpio can be very, well known for trying to take care of other people's needs first rather than taking care of their own. And this is because of that kind heart. You know, even though Scorpio can sometimes get a bad rep with their, you know, their emotions being a little bit harsher or, you know, whatever it is, but the underlying truth behind them is that they are very kind, they're very giving, they are very generous towards other people's time. And it is sometimes, you know, it can be difficult for them to say no, or at least say no without that sense of guilt. Now, again, that may depend upon your moon sign, so that may not resonate with all of you. But what I am receiving here is it is time to allow this to happen. You're not going to be leaving anybody in a lurch. Quite honestly, people have to start taking responsibility for themselves, especially within this day and time. Maybe you're trying to head towards somebody that is more responsible or something that is more responsible. Okay, because you recognize that within another person or within another element of some sort, whether it's, you know, again, career or a job of in some way, where you'll still be able to give that element of help. You'll still be able to be there for people, which is why, you know, for some of you, this could involve a job of some sort within law or law enforcement, you know, justice in some way. Again, that may not resonate with all of you, but I do feel that going through this process, you're still going to be able to give back how it's going to satisfy you, but it's also going to be able to allow you to maintain that happiness, because, you know, it's a little different when we're giving to people who are already responsible or who are already making their way or who already are independent and established within themselves, right? Then you can have that individuality, but you're also having that element. Hey, look, at this person also knows that I'm here if they need me, but I don't need to be divulging all of my time towards this particular person or this particular cause, whatever it is, again, as it resonates with you. So we also have the Empress. Yeah, it's time to take care of yourself. This also very much could involve a person that you think of as that Empress personality. This person could be nurturing. This even could be that nurturing energy towards yourself. It's interesting that this, you know, this Empress comes in because this really so much is about abundance towards yourself. It's, again, giving that abundance towards others. So you might be looking at somebody as that person. Again, male or female, genders don't matter within the tarot, but this also could have to do with you wanting to nurture and bring that abundance to yourself. And Spirit is saying it is time to wake up, right? Yeah, Two of Swords. This is leaving you stagnant. This is really leaving you stagnant. Whatever this energy, however involves, whatever aspect it falls into within your life, it is leaving you in a very stagnant energy. Very clearly, she doesn't want to be here, but it almost as though she has this fear of leaving. So instead of doing either, you know, she's not leaving, she's not really staying because her mind really isn't there. She's in a place that I'm just kind of done with all of this, but she's not getting up and going. Okay, so what I'm receiving here is this stagnancy isn't going to help. So either you're moving away from the stagnancy, or you may possibly still be in the stagnancy or recognizing this stagnant energy. And I do feel, again, that Knight of Swords coming through, time to take action. We have a lot of swords that are coming through already. So this is very much a card of awareness. All right, the swords can talk about awareness. This is very much an air element. So this is within the mind. It's in a mental phase. It doesn't mean that you don't have emotions, but it may be time to take a more logical approach to some degree. However, I'm also feeling it is time to follow your heart, simply because we do have that Empress energy that is coming through. Look at this. We also got the Queen of Swords coming in. There might have to be some sort of harsh or some sort of communication with somebody that you may possibly not be looking forward to. Here's the thing with the Queen of Swords. She can be very kind, but she's going to be very straight up. For some of you, this may even involve that you have an Aquarius moon or an air moon of some sort. But what I'm getting here, and that Queen of Swords is very much that Aquarius energy that is coming through. So this could involve an Aquarius. This could be that you have an Aquarius moon. It could mean both. But what I'm receiving here is that, again, you may be wanting to go towards somebody who may have that more, that sense of responsibility. Or you may have to be in a place that you have to be a little bit harsh with whatever element this is. Again, this Queen of Swords is like cutting things out. I always look at this Queen of Swords, and it's interesting because this is the Alice in Wonderland, tarot. I look at that Queen of Swords as sort of someone who's like off with their heads, right? Like she's just sort of done. When she's done, she's done. She starts cutting things out. And that's very much what that Queen of Swords can represent. It doesn't mean Aquariuses are cut out, but they can be very, they're not going to hold back. They're going to be very upfront. They're going to be very honest and kind. And above all, they're very fair and very just. Okay? So that for me feels that element is coming through, that fair, being just, being fair, but speaking what it is that you have to say, again, towards some sort of element that's within close vicinity of you. That, again, could be household, could be co-worker, could be immediate friends, family, but it feels as though some sort of energy needs to come through that you are cutting out, like you are just done with it, and taking those steps now towards going towards what it is that you really desire, what it is that you really want. The Magician. Yeah, you can create. Look at this. I love this energy. You can create whatever you want. You have all the tools in front of you, Scorpio. This is the thing. When that Magician comes in, he has all of the elements that he actually needs to create what it is that he's desiring, what it is that he's wanting to manifest. And that's very much this energy that is coming through. Again, cut out what isn't needed, create what it is that you truly desire. And I can't make this up. Create what is going to fill up your cup of love. Again, it may have to do with some sort of representation of directing love towards maybe perhaps another individual or a different individual. We have that Ace of Cups coming through. This very much represents unconditional love, but I'm also getting here that it's time to fill up your cup rather than the cups of everybody else. What is making you happy? What relationship would make you happy? What career? What job? Whatever it is, start bringing it through. Maybe it is just a spiritual ascension of some sort. Whatever it is that you're thinking of, but again, you're being held back by some sort of external circumstances. But it's time to head towards it. We also have the Seven of Wands. Okay, so this is interesting because we actually just already talked about that. So when that Seven of Wands came in, remember how I say that there could be a sense of responsibility that maybe somebody's making you feel guilty about. So this, again, could be within your actual household or, very close surrounding people. And it almost feels like for some of you, once you make that decision to do what it is that is going to be best for you, you may have to defend your position on it. This is that Seven of Wands energy that's coming in. You may have to defend yourself in some manner. This isn't going to be extreme defense. This isn't fighting or war, but you may have to, maybe people want explanations for your behavior or why you're doing what you're doing or why it is that you're wanting to now fill up your own particular cup of love. You may have to, or you may feel like you have to defend yourself. Again, bottom line is you really don't. You're just moving towards what is making you happy within your life at this current moment. Six of Swords, yeah, moving away from things that are in a place of discord or a place that you're not feeling completely settled with, moving into those smoother waters. It's taking that step, taking that journey forward towards what it is that is going to be for you. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. Here's the interesting thing. And I always mention the the Knight of Pentacles whenever he comes in. Sorry, this is the Knight of Pentacles. I meant to say that. But when that Knight of Pentacles comes through, this is very slow, grounded energy. He's one of my favorite cards. And the reason that he is so is because the steps forward are true. They're honest. They're grounded. There's things that you've thought about. You're not rushing in like that Knight of Swords if this was in another circumstance. But I feel with that Knight of Swords within this element is that you've taken that time. You've taken that time. You've really gone through this Knight of Pentacles energy. So the steps that you're taking, you've already thought about. Maybe you've even put some overthought into it. But you're now ready to move forward. You're ready to go forward within that night, with that solid, stable, one step at a time energy. And you're ready to take charge and just go. Interesting thing with that Knight of Pentacles too is it so much is a card of you being guided by your spirit team. So whether it's guardian angels, spirit guides, God, universe, however you wish to phrase it for yourself, you're being guided towards this. And this is why I feel that now, or you have that understanding or that realization that now is the time to move forward. You've already received the messages. You've been listening. You've been listening to your spirit team. Your spirit guides are actually helping you clear the way. And here's the interesting thing. Even within this element right here, okay, where there could be whether it's an individual or a group of people or something, a sense of that responsibility, even if it's not within people, that you feel you need to stay in some sort of stagnant energy, or you felt that you needed to stay within that stagnant energy. The interesting thing is with that Knight of Pentacles coming through, your guides have really moved things aside. They've really helped clear the way. They've really helped clear the path for you to go forward. You've taken your time, you've done the steps necessary. Now it's time to just charge ahead. What I'm also receiving with this is that for some of you, I feel like this message is important, that they have maybe perhaps at several times tried to show you the different path. And this could be by people being very disruptive, maybe people, like, look at her face here. It almost looks like she's just annoyed even being around these people. Like she just truly doesn't want to be there. And sometimes our guides come in and they really help us. They give us that escape route, but it's up to us to take it. All right. So take that as it resonates within your situation at this current time. But I do feel this upcoming week is going to be important for you, Scorpio, because it is going to be the time maybe you can start now taking that action. It's time that you've done enough of the thinking. You don't need to start continuing doing the thinking, the should I, will I, won't I, all of that stuff. It's now time to take that action and start moving ahead. Okay? You've made your plan, now it's time to carry it out. Or you've made your conclusion, or you've come to the end of that, you see the end of that path. You know exactly where it is that you want to be. Now you have to start taking that path towards what it is that you want to create. So these are, let's take a look into romance, but these are the Oracles of Shadow and Light by Lisa Cavendish. And again, we're going to be using the Wizard's Tarot by Barma Moore. These are, we're going to be pulling 3 of these and 3 of the Wizard's Tarot for clarification. So let's see what is coming through. All right. For Scorpio. Nautilus Princess. Powerful personal growth. This is beautiful, beautiful energy. I love, love, love this energy. You are on that path. Remember? Wake up. It's your moment. This personal power is coming your way. It's time to grasp a hold of it. It's time to take the reins of it. It's time to start moving it forward. And again, because this is relationships, I do feel that for some of you, this could be possibly towards a brand new relationship. Maybe this is a relationship within yourself. Maybe this is with somebody that you have that interest in and you've been holding back, showing it in some manner. But whatever it is, this even could maybe possibly for some of you involve a relationship that has made you stronger in some manner. Mend a broken heart fairy, healing from heartache. Amazing energy. You know what I'm getting here? I do feel that for some of you, that healing energy was why. This is really interesting because these cards are all really lining up. We had that lesson, discover the purpose of a situation, Trust that you are learning. So even though that heartache could have been devastating for you at that time, this could have been some sort of energy that, needed to come through in order to teach you a lesson. However, it really was for truly your personal growth and for healing from some sort of heartache. I feel like Spirit is helping you heal that heartache right now through your personal growth in order to move you forward or deeper into some sort of relationship. And this relationship could just be within yourself. We have the Violet Duchess, stifled, bored, and stuck. Here's where I am, Scorpio. And again, this may not resonate with all of you. This could be a past energy of where you were, if you felt stifled, bored, and stuck within past relationships. But I'm getting for some of you, this is a current relationship. Again, it's not going to resonate with everybody, but that's the energy. It almost feels like you're in that, that two of swords energy where you're stagnant. It's like, this isn't going anywhere. I don't feel, this energy towards this person anymore. Do I feel stifled? Do I want to stay stagnant? Do I want to continue being stifled? Whatever it is. I mean, this could even involve, like I said, workers, co-workers, family, however it is. You know what area it's belonging with you. But it feels as though this energy isn't moving forward. And it's up to you now to take those reins. It's up to you now to take charge of the situation. It's time for you now to go towards that personal and powerful growth. It's time for you to be happy, seeking whatever it is that you are desiring. I feel like for some of you, you are planning on, or you're wishing to leave one situation and head towards another situation. That's what I keep getting. And I feel that if you continue to stay stifled in your current situation, remember how we've had tower moments come through in the past where it's like, okay, we're just going to move you forward in some way. And I do feel that energy could be, on that horizon, which is why Spirit is really giving you these pushes. But again, with that Knight of Pentacles coming through, the energy that you've taken, or the movement towards what it is, has been very stable. It's been very secure. So you haven't just, dropped everything and made a mad dash towards something in an irresponsible way. It feels as though you're trying to tie up some sort of loose ends, or you're trying to place some sort of resolution to responsibilities in some manner. Okay? Look at that. 9 of Cups. Personal power growth leading to the wishing well of what it is that you want. Beautiful. This is, what is it that you truly want? Make that wish. Allow it to happen. This card is like that validation or that confirmation, that magician's energy. You can create what it is that you desire. And we have the 9 of Swords. 9 of Swords are keeping you down. It's, unbelievable. I love the way the cards will come up because they really give that validation towards what it is that I'm already hearing being channeled through, or the messages that the guides are trying to give to you. And it's, the interesting thing is we have that 9 of Cups, we have that 9 of Swords, very conflicting energies. Okay. So what I'm getting here is this mending a heart, this mending the broken heart. It's time to heal. That 9 of Swords energy, you either are in a place that you're feeling this is mental anguish. So again, hanging on to energies that are no longer serving you. You can most definitely take yourself out of this. This is also sometimes a bit of paranoia. Like maybe you feel that, people are gossiping or talking about you, or, maybe you're at the place of losing a job or whatever it is. A lot of times this is a place of that paranoia rather than it is a true reality. But here's the thing with paranoia, or, with our energies, when we're in a negative place within our mind, we don't want to start creating those realities. What we want to do is release this in order to grasp the energy of that 9 of Cups, in order to create, again, our dreams, our desires. And we have the Three of Pentacles. This is like collaboration of some sort. You could be collaborating with different people. I feel like for some of you, this is an interesting energy. I'm getting two of them. For some of you, you know how we have this fire right here and she's holding this paper, this contract. For me, the first thing I'm thinking immediately, because sometimes, usually the Three of Pentacles is about collaboration. It's about creating something, working with others in a collective manner in some way. But I almost feel that for some of you, maybe you're burning a karmic contract, a karmic partnership that was no longer serving you, or that is no longer serving you. It could be bringing out some sort of feelings of, you know, being scared, keeping you up at night, you know, but in that bored, stifled energy, like you're just, it's like you're just done. And I feel like you have fulfilled the responsibility part of this karmic relationship. And maybe it's now time to just burn that contract and just say, okay, look it, we're done, so I can let it go and move off. I feel this is very symbolic in some manner. For some of you, this also could have to do, or even for those same people, leaving one karmic partnership, moving into what it is that you truly desire, your true soul contract with perhaps a person, or maybe perhaps some sort of group of people. But I do feel it's like leaving one to go to another in some manner. And again, this doesn't need to be romantic relationships. It can be a relationship in another possible way. Could be also that responsibility to yourself. Maybe you had this idea that you were always supposed to be responsible. You were always supposed to be, you know, that hero or that warrior in some manner. It almost feels as like it's, you know, you're done. You've put in that time. You've put in that effort. It's now time to clear off that contract in whatever way it resonates with you and head towards your own personal dreams, your own personal wishes, and your own personal desires. So let's get a closing energy from the universe and see what is coming through. Closing cards from the universe. This is the Love Empire deck from Lucy Cavendish as well. We're going to pull two cards as a closing message. Eternal youth, energy, newness, vitality. This is interesting energy, Scorpio. It almost feels like once you let go of all of those things that you were hanging on to, whether it's that Nine of Swords energy, where you're in a place of feeling that mental anguish in some way, or maybe possibly, you know, it's that letting go of the heartache or letting go of the lessons. All of this is bringing you to this energy, newness, and vitality. This is like the third time now that this has come up in a first position, right? Wake up. Oh, I just dropped the card. Hang on a second. You know, wake up. It's your time. All of this, going through this, it's going to start bringing you. I feel like Spirit is just saying, please, just listen to us and move ahead. Stop staying stuck in this power, this energy that isn't helping you. It's time for your own personal power, right? This is the third time that this has come in. Something very similar heading towards that energy. Second card coming through. Enlightenment, inspiration, epiphany, and innovation. Beautiful. Time to start taking those moves. Can't make this up, Scorpio. That's, you know, Spirit is being so clear. It's really trying to get those messages through. Please listen, all right? In whatever area this is involving, however it resonates with you at this time, now is that portal is open. Your guides are talking. All right, please listen to them. Please allow those messages to come through. I truly hope that this has helped. If this reading has resonated with you, please click like, please share my videos, and please subscribe to my channel. I hope to see you on Saturday, 1 o'clock p.m. Mountain Time for live. Have an amazing week and many blessings. Pisces, welcome to your weekly reading for October 23rd to October 30th. We're taking a look into the energies of the mind, body, and spirit, as well as relationships, with a closing message from the universe. Please remember that these are general readings, so they may not resonate with everyone. I do recommend you checking out your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs as well. Also, remember, live Saturday, 1 p.m., doing live mini readings here on my channel. So these are not going to be full readings. They are going to be mini readings. But for those of you that do wish a full reading, you can contact me through any of the links below on my Facebook, my Instagram, or my website. All right. So energy coming in for the mind. We have a moment's regret. Nostalgia, idealizing the past, fearing you've made a mistake. Interesting energy. So you're very much in your mind space right now. It does feel as though for some of you, you may be, having some sort of regret about things that have happened in the past. Maybe you're feeling like you put too much energy towards something. Maybe you're feeling towards a particular action. Let's see what's coming through with the body. So we have clock and time, pressure, in a rush. All right. And for spirit, we have you are rare and free. There are not many like you. I feel like spirit is telling you to maintain your personal individuality at this time. For what I'm getting here is it feels as though you may have put energy towards something that you're now feeling those regrets about, simply because you felt that there was a matter of a time factor. If I don't do this now, I'm not going to gain what it is that I want to gain. I do feel that for some of you, you may be feeling that lack of integrity, or maybe that lack of honesty. I'm really getting here though. Spirit is saying to you, you are rare, you are free. This is, you are that individual. I'm also getting here too is that you did what you did because of the moment, and I'm feeling that this isn't something to hang on to those regrets from. I'm almost getting here that spirit is saying, look, it's time to just let those regrets go, or those feelings that are surrounding some sort of situation, because truly I don't feel that you're being looked at. You might be holding the regrets. You might be having that regretful energy of some sort. But what I'm getting from spirit is that there's really truly nothing to be hanging on to, like to release those regrets. This is not something that you need to hang on to. You didn't make a mistake, even though maybe perhaps, you feel that you do, or you felt that you did. What I'm getting here is that whatever it was a necessary part of some sort of evolution within yourselves. And I do feel that for some of you, or from basically what spirit is saying, is that for some of you, even though you're hanging on to these regrets, you're hanging on to this energy, again, it feels like you did what you were supposed to do at that time, whether it's releasing somebody, maybe it's perhaps, some sort of action that you took towards a particular person, or maybe towards career, whatever aspect it's falling within your life. But I'm not getting that the action or whatever it was there should be that element of regret towards it. I'm really feeling here what spirit is saying is to embrace your true beautiful nature. Okay, and again, you don't need to do things because there's some sort of lack of time, or there's some sort of pressure that you have to do something at any particular time. It's like you can take those lessons and move them forward into the future. But I'm not getting, I feel like whatever, if there was some sort of release, or again some sort of regrettable action, I feel like that was necessary. It was some sort of move from spirit in order to help you release some sort of energy around a situation. So even if this meant that, some people got lost in the process, maybe perhaps you let go of a job or a career, maybe perhaps, there was some sort of energy toward family in some way. Again, it was being pushed on you in some manner, simply because it feels as though spirit really wants you to celebrate who you truly were. I feel like for some of you also too, is that you didn't really lose anything within this action. It may have brought you some sort of lesson, maybe to hang on to a deeper sense of integrity, or like I said, honesty in some way, but it was a necessary thing. It was a necessary action. It was something that needed to come through. And it was something that you will look at and celebrate at some point in time. And in fact, I do feel that there should be some sort of celebration to who you are right now. Maybe perhaps because of these actions, or letting go of particular people, or letting go of some particular mindset. I just feel it's like you're staying within this headspace. But what you should be doing is looking at the spirit, the essence of you, that higher self of who you truly are. All right? So let's get some clarifying cards and see what is coming through. Let's see what is coming through for Pisces, October 23rd to the 30th. You know, I'm feeling for some of you, I keep hearing this message. You're so unique. You're so beautiful. But you may not be giving yourself that credit. Maybe you're hanging on, again, to something that is bringing you into this place of some sort of lack of self-esteem, self-respect, whatever it is, okay? But it's almost as though if you take a look at these pictures, all right, it almost seems like, you know, again, she's in her headspace. I feel like she's, you know, in this place where she's not looking very happy. She's looking like kind of regretful. She feels like maybe there's pressure in some way. But then you look at this, and it's this beautiful higher self, this beautiful image of what Spirit wants you to focus in on. Focus in on this perfection of what the universe made out of you, okay? And allow this essence to start coming through rather than staying in this past energy. All right, let's see. Yeah, the Chariot. Yeah, take the reins. Time to go. You know, the Chariot is very much about moving forward, but it's also about balance. So I feel like you can take those lessons that you've learned, and it's like, learn to balance them. Yeah, you know what? Maybe there are things that you deeply regret. Maybe there are actions that it didn't put you in some sort of best light, you know, perhaps towards somebody or perhaps towards yourself. However, again, it's all about that balancing act. So it's taking that light and that dark, and that is who you truly are. It's embracing all of our features. It's embracing, you know, those negative qualities as well as the positive qualities. Negative qualities aren't really truly negative qualities unless you're being, you know, horrifically mean to somebody, right? Or manipulative in some way. But what I'm getting here is it's still part of an essence of you. But it is time to celebrate maybe perhaps more of that light energy, okay? Let go of the regret. If you look at this picture, you've got that white dragon standing in front of the black dragon, right? This is about balance. If you're allowing one energy to come through too strongly, you're going to be not celebrating who that true balance is within yourself. Stagnant energy, that Two of Swords energy coming through. I feel like whatever this is, whatever, you know, you feel that maybe possibly you're regretting, there's that stagnant energy. It's holding you back. It's holding you back from truly, again, celebrating not only who you are on the inside, who your core self is, your higher self is, but it is placing you in this loop. It just feels like some sort of loop, especially with this clock in the back. It feels like a loop of some sort of, you know, some sort of feeling of self-regret. You know, I regret that I did this. I shouldn't have done that. You know, why did I do this the way I did? You know, I did. Why am I hanging on to this particular person? Why am I hanging on to this particular energy? Whatever it is, allow this energy to start balancing itself out. Remove yourself from that stagnancy. Look at that. Again, another card regarding balance. And this is the Temperance energy. Here's the thing. We have also this infinity symbol that's coming through. You can see where she is pouring from those two cups into this beautiful infinity circle. This is all about not only balance, but it's about allowing that energy to flow. It's allowing it to create. Again, take the light, take the dark. Okay? This is a part of you. All right? Release the parts that you feel aren't to your best benefit. Release the parts that you may be feeling some sort of regret about. Allow them to come through, acknowledge them, and say, yeah, you know what? I did that. You know what? That was yesterday. This is today. Now we're moving forward. You don't need to hang on to past regrets. They're not going to bring you anywhere. And again, they were for a reason. The Emperor is coming through. Interesting energy, because he very much is in his own power. He's in his own element. He can be very dominating. He can also be very take charge. So it's time for you to take charge. Where is it that you want to go? That Emperor already knows who he is. He already sits within his own power. He already sits within that power and that energy of, he knows his next move. He knows, what he's going to do. He doesn't sit there and hold on to past things. He's moving forward. He's very much a moving forward energy. Look at this, the Tower coming through. Yeah, time to let it crumble. Some of these things that came through could have brought some sort of sense of sudden realization to you, some sort of shock, whether it be good or bad. Again, I feel like it's time to start building from that foundation. It's almost like celebrate who you are, but start building that foundation up of these beautiful qualities that you hold within you. Allow that tower to rebuild, but start at the foundation. All right? Start bringing it up. For some of you, you might be in that energy of this clock, of this time, like feeling the pressure because of the time, because you're scared of this tower event coming through. So it's almost as though, I'm going to give you an example. For some of us, we may get into an energy of, I've got to do this. I've got to get this person's attention, or maybe perhaps I have to rush towards this job because if I don't do it, somebody else is going to be there. I'm scared of that tower moment coming through. I'm scared of, that shoe dropping. I'm scared of something happening that is going to stick me in this place of shock. And you may have already gone through that. This could very much be a past energy, simply again, because that clock coming through, this could be talking about the past. And what I'm getting here is just to follow your own instincts, follow your own true self. Again, I feel like a power or a tower energy, if it happened or if it was about to happen, this could even just be that sudden realization of, yes, I've got to grasp who I am. However, that tower, whatever that tower represents for you, it's basically coming through for that reason of allowing that new foundation to be created. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. It's interesting because now we've got this wheel, we've got the tower, we got the Wheel of Fortune coming through, we got time, wheel. I feel like things are starting to move in a way for some of you that maybe you didn't expect, but in a positive nature, okay? When we have that Wheel of Fortune coming through, this usually is a sign of some sort of positive energy that's coming through. That tower moment could have led to or could be leading to things starting to now work within your favor, things starting to have some sort of shocking moment where you go, oh my God, like look at, because I'm celebrating myself, I'm now allowing this new beautiful energy to come through. That's the other thing I'm getting with that tower. So it's almost as though just follow your instincts, follow what your heart is telling you, follow what your gut is telling you, follow and release this energy, because it's really not bringing you forward. It is not serving you in any particular manner at this point. Look at this, 6 of Cups. So yeah, it's about the past, something about the past. This even could have to do with somebody from your past returning. Some people do look at this as sort of some sort of soulmate card, or that exchange of energy of, it's almost like this child is giving this energy towards this woman here. And it's like, healing past or inner child issues. All right. And it feels like the healing of this child is helping the grown-up version in some manner. What I am getting though too is, again, hanging on to the past, hanging on to, And the past doesn't need to be from years ago. The past very much could be from a minute ago, right? Whatever it is, whatever thoughts that you have, that are going throughout your mind, that are in a place of regret in some way, it's time to start changing them, start allowing them to release, move towards that healing of that inner child. And this, even like I said, could be coming in from some sort of past energy representing a person. So for those of you that are looking for some sort of reconciliation with somebody from the past, this could be that energy moving you towards it. But again, you have to release the negative aspects of that relationship in order to have it be reconciled. King of Swords, yeah, awareness. He can be very that King of Swords comes through. He's very diplomatic. He's very again, sitting in his power. He kind of reminds me of that that Emperor card, more of the diplomatic, the domineering side of that Emperor. Okay, for me, the Emperor kind of represents two cards. It would be like that King of Pentacles, but also that King of Swords. So when that King of Swords is there, he is just cutting out things that he doesn't like or things that he doesn't need. He doesn't sit there and wallow in some sort of energy that isn't necessary. He just really cuts it out and he moves forward, and he takes a look at things in a very logical type of way. For some of you, this even could be representing either an Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. This even could be representing some sort of energy within yourself, whether it is maybe, an Aquarius moon of some sort or another Aquarius rising. But it's almost like they're conflicting energies, right? Because Pisces can go very deep into their emotions, whereas the King of Swords, he does not. He does not go into his emotions very much. He stays very, like I said, in that level of being diplomatic, being very straightforward. He has a lot of awareness, but he uses his intellect rather than his emotions. So what I'm receiving with this energy is going back into that temperance, okay? Balancing them out. You can have your emotions and you can have your logic, but if you're focusing in too much on either energy, what you're doing is you're also creating this unbalance that can possibly sometimes come through with that Chariot energy of that stalemate. Okay, not moving forward really at all. If you have one energy that's stalled and one energy that's trying to move forward, and even if they switch, again, if you were to take a look at a chariot on a road, you're not really going anywhere, right? You're dragging things back, from behind you, from the past. And what is this coming through? Look at that, the Hierophant. So I feel like Spirit is giving you some sort of guidance or some sort of possibly a mentor, a teacher. This even could be within Spirit itself coming through, letting you know, look at, I am bringing you these lessons. I am bringing you this energy to start healing. I am bringing you this energy to stay strong within yourself. For some of you, this even could represent a sense of some sort of relationship, because that Hierophant can also represent traditional, as in like traditional relationships, marriages, some sort of energy. For some of you, maybe you're also in a very traditional state of mind. Maybe you're looking at things traditionally, like I only want the men to be the one to contact me, or maybe I believe in traditional marriage or whatever. But that's a beautiful energy to be in if that's who you are, right? If that's who you feel that you are, because that is a part of you. But I'm also getting here with this Hierophant, it almost feels like I said, a mentor, a teacher, a spirit guide, some sort of spirit team that is coming through, giving you the guidance. And I feel like you already know the path. You already know what you need to release. So maybe take a look as to why you're possibly hanging on to it. For some of you, maybe you've already released this energy and now you're working towards this energy of that balance, or recognizing that you are rare, you are beautiful, you are somebody who is very worthwhile, or very, I don't know how exactly to say that, that you are worth creating what it is that you desire, what it is that you're trying to manifest, but you have to have that self-assurance there. And I do feel that there is that element of that Hierophant that is bringing it forward towards you, showing you that path. It's like a mentor, a teacher. It's like, here, do this, let go of that. That's what teachers do, right? They guide us. They give us that guidance towards making us better for the future. So let's take a look at relationships and see what's coming through for you at this moment. Right. So almost all of the cards that I'm using today are by Lucy Cavendish. I am using the last ones I just used were the Alice of Wonderland. These are the Shadows of Oracles of Light. And I'm also using the Love Empire. And the clarifying cards that I'm using are the Wizard's Tarot by Barbara Moore. All right, so we're going to be pulling 3 of the Oracles of Shadows and Light, and we're going to be pulling 3 of the Wizard's Tarot to get an idea of where we are relationships. Remember that relationships do not need to be romantic. They can be friends, family, and co-workers. All right? That's what's coming through with the relationships. Look at that. It can't be any more clear. I can't make this up, Pisces. This is amazing. Ghosts of the past. The past returns for a time. Remember how we had those regrets? But we also had that 6 of Cups energy talking about the past. All right? I just feel that for many of you, it's time to let go of something in order to bring about a new energy. It doesn't mean that you're letting go of the possible person or maybe the possible relationship. You're letting go of some sort of regret in regards to that relationship in order to renew that energy for the reconciliation of some sort possibly, or whatever aspect you're looking at. Maybe you're just looking to release it so that you can move towards a new energy, maybe a new person, or maybe a change within a relationship of some manner. Dress of Alchemy. Release your power. Stop hanging on to it. It's almost time, like, for me, when I see that, it's very much like the Magician card, right? You have all the tools. You have all the tools you need right in front of you to create that dream or that what it is that you want to manifest in regards to relationships. Where's your vision? Allow your power to start going towards the vision that you want rather than a past vision of some sort. And we have Poe, time for a change, to learn something new, to use technology and gadgets with wisdom. All right, you know what the interesting part is? I'm getting social media. All right, so here's the thing. Again, if you're in a place where you may be wanting to reconcile with somebody, maybe you want somebody to come forward, your time for a change. So again, you're in this Magician's type of energy where it's alchemist. Okay, the Magician is an alchemist, right? He's creating what he wants. But how are you going to create when you're sitting here stuck in the past? So if you're looking at somebody's social media and you're seeing exactly, you're looking at them going, oh, they're doing this today, they're doing that today, I'm going to focus in on this, I'm going to get myself into a place of being down and depressed and upset. I don't think that this is ever going to, like, all of these freaking excuses that we give ourselves, because what we're looking for in social media, we're going to find, whether it's from 10 years ago or whether it was from yesterday, right? We're going to find something that is going to in some way bring us into that negative change. It feels like it's saying to use technology and gadgets with wisdom. So if you're going to go on social media and you're going to, look up the apps, be prepared for what it is that you're looking at. Or why don't you just put the vision of what it is that you want to create into your mind, put that energy towards it, put that energy towards, the beautiful, loving relationship that you want with some sort of particular person. Again, it doesn't need to be romantic. Maybe it's a group of people, maybe it's coworkers, however. But, stop focusing in on the things that you think are in your mind that you're trying to find. Okay? If you're trying to find it, you will find it. That's what I'm getting. It's time to change that. Time to get rid of it. Time to let it go. Stop letting social media in some way dictate your feelings or your energy, because most of the crap that's on social media is false anyway, right? There's no true reality behind it. And we all know this. We all know this logically, but yet we allow ourselves to get trapped into this stupid energy where we think, oh, look at this person. Now I just feel so bad about myself. Or sometimes it pushes us to have that pressure of time, because we may see something on social media and we might go, oh my God, I got to react fast. I got to, but then what happens is we react and we overreact, or we react in a way that we tend to regret. So this is what I'm feeling. I feel like Spirit is trying to create something with you, trying to either bring somebody from the past forward, or maybe perhaps bring in a new energy of some sort, whether it's within that relationship or a new person. But you're just stuck, or you're just in this place where you're going to focus on, this negative stuff, or these things that are just going to bring you into this element of feeling these emotions that are not your true you. It's time to be the true you. Grab a hold of that power, embrace your own personal power, and start moving forward. Look at that. 2 of Wands, okay? It's time to make that choice. Do you want to go this way or do you want to go that way? Follow your heart. Okay, this is very much a heart energy that is coming through here with this green. For me, I feel like you have those 2 choices. Which path do you want to choose? Follow the one that is going with your heart. If it feels good to follow that path, that of your personal power, okay? And that's the energy that you should be in, because that's your true heart space, is our own personal power, our own unconditional love, not only towards ourselves, but towards others. But it's time to make that decision. Yeah, 7 of Swords is coming through. What I'm getting here is this is a self-deception. Sometimes that 7 of Swords can be sneaky, manipulative behavior. It can be trickery. It can be things that are stolen or hidden, not being honest. And what I'm receiving with that 7 of Swords is it almost feels as though you're in this place. Like, again, you know exactly where it is that you want to go. Excuse me. You know where it is that you're supposed to go. But you're sneaking away and you're hiding out. It's almost like, he's almost like leading down into some sort of, dungeon type of area. He knows he's trying to hide away. He knows he's trying to hide things. All right. And I feel like that could be for some of you. Again, it's not going to resonate with everyone, but take the messages that are coming through that do resonate with you. It feels like you're trying to, I'm just going to stay in this dungeon. I'm not going to be my true self. I'm not going to, embrace my own, personal power. But the thing is, you already know, within you that that's not the area you're supposed to go. You're supposed to be expanding yourself, and you recognize this, this, but now it's time to act on it. Okay. And we have that Ace of Swords energy. What did I just say? Right? You already know that awareness is coming through. That Ace of Swords is very much about awareness. This also could have to do with some sort of communication, either from somebody from the past, or perhaps maybe the communication with your own personal spirit team in some way. Maybe that, communication with your higher self, again, taking a hold of your personal power. I feel that for some of you, if you're waiting for that energy of a message coming through, or maybe some sort of contact from a past person, that energy is going to be coming through. But again, you have to grab the awareness of your personal strength. Don't give your strength away to social media. Don't give your strength away to somebody or something that is not of any consequence at this point. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Envision and embrace what it is that you want to create, what your desire is, and start heading towards that. This is that time for you to be that alchemist, for you to release your power, for you to release who it is that you truly are inside of you. So let's get a closing message from the universe. And I feel like for you, Pisces, is that this is the time, like, really take this week, really look into this energy, really start to put what it is that you're trying to create, what you're trying to manifest into place, even if it's a matter of just a couple of minutes a day. spend that time envisioning what it is that you want. You know, maybe take time off of social media, maybe take time off of just looking at your person, or you know, whatever person it is, or a group of people, you know, that are bringing you into going into that past energy, those regrets, or whatever it is that you're hanging on to. But that's what I feel. It's like a practice. Like, this is your homework. This is what you need to do. Get it in gear. Start it going. All right. So let's get a closing message from the universe and see what is coming through. Okay, closing messages from the universe. Thirst, craving, compulsion, obsession. I do feel like for some of you, part of that social media thing could be also that craving, that compulsion, obsession. If you know, if you're finding yourself looking at your person more than like once a week, you know, if you're refreshing their page, seeing what they're doing, it doesn't need to be your person. It could be a person in general, or again, a collective of some sort. Or this even could be finding reasons to put some sort of self-doubt into your own energy. You know, maybe you're looking at people on a beach, or people with a bigger house, or whatever it is, and being in that energy, oh, I wish I could have this, or whatever it is. You can. Okay, again, it's about grasping your own personal power. I do feel that for some of you, you almost, I'm not going to say that you enjoy being in that negative energy, but it's almost like a comfort. It's like you're so used to being in it that you really don't, it's hard for you to imagine, maybe possibly, you know, the vision of what it is that you create. So just do it step by step. Release this obsession of hanging on to something, and bring in this new obsession, or this new compulsion to create the life that it is that you're desiring at this time. We also have pride. Look at that. Stalked, invaded, and watched. What did I just say about social media? Yeah, I feel like for whatever it is, whether you're looking at somebody's pictures, whether you're paying attention to their news feed, whether, you know, whatever it is that you're paying attention to that's of a negative nature, that's not bringing you into your highest power, into your highest realm of personal power, it's time to let it go. Okay, Spirit cannot be any more clear about this. Focus on the you. Focus on the you and let it all go. Create it, your own vision. Create your own manifestation. Create that dream that you have been desiring for so long. So I truly hope that this has helped, Pisces. If this reading has resonated with you, please click like. Please share my video, and please subscribe to my channel. And I hope to see you Saturday live, 1 o'clock, for mini readings. Have an amazing week. Take care, and many blessings. Cancers, welcome to your weekly reading for October 23rd to the 30th. We're taking a look into the energy of the mind, body, and spirit, as well as relationships, with a closing message from the universe. Please remember that these are general readings. They may not resonate with everyone, but I do recommend you checking out your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs as well. Also, remember, Saturday, 1 o'clock Mountain Time, I'm going to be live on my channel. We're going to be doing mini readings. These are not going to be full readings, but for those of you that do wish a full reading by me, you can check out the links below in the description box, and they do lead to either my Instagram, Facebook, or website. All right, let's get into it. Let's see what is coming through for Cancers this week. All right, in the mind, we have set your course. Know where you wish to go. Have a plan, the right direction. So you guys are really focusing in on what it is that you want. You've now set that plan in place. You know, it feels like the plan has been in place, but you may not have implemented it at this point in time. It's almost like, you know, or for some of you, maybe you are taking those steps finally to implement it, but it feels as though the plan or the course has been in your mind for a while now. You just, you know, it's now is the energy to go forward. I feel like for some of you, this is also that validation that the steps that you're making are correct for you. We also have messages for a rabbit, service to the animal world. This might have to do, for some of you, this very well may have to do with animals in some way. But I'm also getting here too, I'm also, you know what's interesting? I almost feel like for some of you to watch for a sign from spirit. This may be coming through as some sort of animal guide, animal spirit, like a spirit animal of some sort. You may be asking for an answer to a question. What I'm getting from this is to really pay attention to the outside world. It doesn't need to be a rabbit. I mean, this could be, you know, a particular bird, or maybe this is, you know, just something unusual. Like, you know, as you're going throughout your week, it feels like this is the time to start paying attention to the external, you know, that's going on. If you're asking for a sign, or if you're asking for guidance in some way, it feels as though spirit is trying to bring this to you in some sort of way of a spirit guide, or giving you that answer through that spirit message of an animal of some particular way. It doesn't even need to be a live animal. This could be, you know, there's been times where I've asked for messages from spirit, and I'll say, you know, show me an otter. Now, I'm not going to walk outside and see an otter because I'm literally in the middle of the prairies and in a big city. But here's the interesting thing. All of a sudden I'll be scrolling Facebook, or maybe I'm, you know, looking at something on the internet, and all of a sudden there comes through an otter, right? And it's amazing how spirit can do that. But this is what I'm feeling. It almost feels as though maybe for some of you, you might be seeking answers towards a particular path, towards a particular course. So if you're having, you know, some sort of issues or some sort of troubles with that, I'm getting that spirit is trying to give you that guidance that you're asking for. And again, for some of you, this may have to do with some sort of animal in your actual reality. Maybe, you know, it's time to head towards that career of taking care of animals in some aspect. Okay, again, take it as it resonates for you. We have believe, strange encounters. You know, it's so interesting because here we have those strange encounters. So even if these messages are not coming forward in that form of the animal, let's just say, I feel like spirit is giving you that signal, like, really have faith in us, have that belief in us, have that trust in us. We might be bringing through things that seem really strange, or maybe unusual, or maybe they're just going to knock your socks off because, you know, you might be in that place of wanting that question answered, or, you know, looking deeper into a situation, and spirit is going to bring it through in some sort of unusual circumstance, or in some sort of unusual way. It's interesting. Look at, again, we have this unicorn. Okay, strange encounters, another animal. So whether it's going to be coming through within an animal form, or it could be coming through in some other you know, physical form, mental form, spiritual form, I feel like spirit is saying, have that belief in us, have that faith in us. We are bringing you the answers that it is that you seek, or we're guiding you towards that path or that course. Especially, let's just say you've been asking for, let's say you've been asking for what, you know, your life path, or, you know, where am I supposed to go, or what is it that I'm supposed to do, or what is it that, you know, is going to benefit not only myself but others. Whatever question it is, spirit does always answer us, but we have to be open, we have to listen, we have to allow those messages to come through to you in some manner that is going to be that directional guide for you. Okay, but we have to be open to it. If we're walking around in an energy of being closed or blocked or restrained in some way, those messages aren't going to be able to come through. You know, I could have scrolled past the otter on Facebook thinking, oh, well, I'm going to see an otter outside on my front, you know, my front lawn, which, you know, really is not going to happen. But I might ignore that message that I just saw it on the internet, or for whatever reason, somebody posted a picture of an otter. Okay, it's up to us to pay attention. It doesn't mean that you need to be hyper focused on it, but be open to it in order for those messages to come through. So again, take that as it resonates for you. But this is the immediate message that is being presented to me at this time. So let's get some clarifying cards and see what is coming through. So we're going to clarify for Cancers, October 23rd to the 30th, clarification. Look at that. We have that Nine of Swords energy. It almost feels like for some of you, like I said, you might be looking for some answer or seeking a path or seeking some sort of course. When we have that Nine of Swords energy, this is us focusing in on our more mental anguish of some sort, or maybe the confusion towards something, rather than, again, being open, rather than, what we basically need to do is release, instead of staying within this energy of like, I feel trapped, I can't move ahead, I don't know which direction to take, I don't know which way to go, whatever it is. And this can involve any sort of question. It doesn't need to be some big life-changing situation. Maybe you just have you're just seeking an answer to something small within your life. Maybe you're just looking for that small little hint towards which direction it is to go. Take this as it resonates with you, but I feel that Spirit is trying to bring it in. The only one holding you back with that Eight of Swords energy is you, 100%. It's only you that is bringing in some sort of, again, paranoia, confusion, a mental state that could be not of the most positive. It's like focusing in on what you don't have instead of what you do have. It can be keeping you up at night. Maybe you're pacing at night. All of these things. But again, I feel like Spirit is trying to bring that message through, and it might be coming through in some sort of unusual way. Here's the thing, though. If we're really blocked, we may not be able to receive that message. We might be just looking at it going, oh, why is the universe doing this to us? The Spirit might be bringing through some sort of message or some sort of strange encounter in order to close one door to lead you to another way. All right? Again, look at what is holding you back. Is it because you're not keeping your mind open? Are you only looking at that closed door? It's like if you're standing here at this closed door and you're trying to get through, but their open door is right over there, and Spirit has opened it for you and is saying, hey, we're over here, right? If you're not open to that energy, it can feel very blocked. It can feel very drained. It can feel very restrained. And I'm getting here is that have faith. Spirit is showing you a path. It's opening up that path. It's opening up those doors for you for a reason. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles. This could have to do with a work situation. This could be having to, work towards your goals. I do feel that for some of you, you might be working towards a particular project, towards a particular goal, putting a lot of effort, a lot of work in. And it might be, for some of you, I'm hearing, for some of you, that it could be very frustrating if you're trying to head towards something, but that door keeps closing. So again, it's like Spirit is saying, you're on the right path, but just take a little detour, go through this open door that we're giving you. If let's say you're interested in a particular job. I'm just going to give an example. Let's say, you want to be something within a company. Let's say you're a business advisor or whatever it is. Okay. I'm just making something up right now. And, but you have this determination to work with one company. All right. And you're working toward it. You're working toward it. You're working toward it. The doors keep closing. Doors keep closing. Doors keep closing. Applications are rejected, or, reapply in 3 months or reapply in 6 months or whatever it is. But you've also on this side got all of these offers coming through, or maybe people that are, starting to seek you out, and they're, you're getting those calls and offers. Why is that? Does that mean you keep banging your head against this door that's not opening? Because it feels like Spirit could be showing you a path towards something else. There could be a reason that is not going to be to your benefit to keep banging on one particular door, which is why Spirit is opening up all of these other doors, but we're the ones that have to pay attention to it. We've got the Two of Cups. This could have to do with a relationship. For some of you, this very much may be even, I didn't want to sound crude there, so I'm going to rephrase that because I almost said something that probably wouldn't have sounded that good. But let's say you're going after a particular person, or there's a particular relationship that you're trying to create, and you keep heading towards it. The door keeps getting closed. Door keeps getting closed. This person's not interested. Maybe, there's some sort of rejection. Maybe, the circumstances are just not leading you to it. There is a reason. And, there is that saying that rejection is a form of protection, right? So what I'm getting towards this is that there's other doors that are opened, or spirit is trying to, bring you forward to another door. If we're really focused on one particular person, even if that person isn't truly meant for us, okay? Because spirit sees all, right? We have to remember that. We don't know. Maybe this person is not truly supposed to be with us for whatever reason. They could be mean, they could be abusive, they could be, they could have, secret addictions. Like we truly don't know people until we're actually with them. And but if you're getting these other offers coming in, maybe it's time to let go a little bit, let go of some sort of focus towards one particular thing, and start looking at the outer circumstances around you and see what is coming in, who is paying attention, who is trying to get your attention, where are you being led to. So all of these things really truly come into play. Page of Cups, yeah, opening up your heart. It's the start of allowing new emotions to come through, allowing yourself to recognize, that your heart energy is leading you to where it is that you want to go. That page of love, our page of cups, is the beginning. It's the beginning of some sort of offer. It's the beginning of some sort of emotional change within a circumstance. All right. So it does feel like you may be possibly being guided towards what could truly be for you, or what you could truly love, or maybe what you do truly love, as opposed to trying to get through a door that's just not opening at this moment. We have the Five of Wands, so that's interesting energy because it does talk about, a conflict of some sort. So what I'm getting here is that, there might be some sort of conflict, whether this is within your emotions, whether this is externally with other people. Again, I feel like Spirit is trying to take you away from what could be or possibly is, or maybe some energy from the past of some sort of conflict. It's like, why do you keep heading in this direction when that path is so clear over here? So ask Spirit for its guidance, ask Spirit for that sign that's needed, and it may just be coming through within that animal spirit of some sort, or some sort of other strange encounter. All right, remember to stay open. Look at that Four of Cups. Yeah, you're missing it. You know what? It's interesting because this verifies exactly what I just said. And I love it when the cards come through like that, because they give me the validation of the path that I was heading towards. So this Four of Cups is like that missed opportunity. There's this meme that maybe some of you have seen where the cup is floating in front of this guy's head and he's just sitting there and he's not paying attention to it. And the meme is like, would you just take the freaking cup? Right? Like, it's right in front of you. The opportunity is right there, and you're not paying attention. It might even be telling you to really go inside to figure out what it is that you truly do want first, before heading in a direction that could lead you banging your head. Where is your heart energy really? Where is your heart energy leading you to? Is it towards this closed door? Because chances are your heart energy really isn't there, but sometimes we can be so stubborn that we keep banging on the door, knocking on the door anyway. And it's like, yeah, you remember that show? I can't remember the name of it right now, but you have that guy and he's standing outside, the the girl that lived across the way, and I probably can't even really say it, just simply because there might be some copyright and I don't want to get into trouble. But he stands outside and he's like, hello, right? Is that what you're gonna do? Like, do you really want to do that? Because if they're not answering the door, or if this opportunity isn't answering the door, I feel like Spirit is really putting that in front of you. But for a reason. It's putting it there for a reason. What is the other opportunity? What thing are you missing, or what thing are you not seeing? Do you really want to miss this new opportunity, or this better opportunity, because you're stubbornly, hello, hello, like banging on this door. Okay, that's what I keep getting with that energy. We also have the Six of Wands. It's interesting because the Six of Wands comes after that Five of Wands. So you went through the conflict, you went through the tribulation, you went through all of the challenges, you went through the conflict in some way, and you became victorious. This is that card of victory, of success, of winning. And again, you just have to sometimes open that right door or listen to your own intuition. Follow that heart energy, which will lead you to that success. Have that belief, have that faith in spirit that you're being guided towards where it is you're really supposed to be. Look at that Three of Cups coming through, celebration, happiness. So it's almost like here, you're sitting here banging on this door, right? It's not opening. It's not opening. You're getting frustrated. You're getting angry. You're getting upset. You're wondering. You're feeling, like you're feeling all of these things. Maybe even some sort of sense of that Nine of Swords energy, where there's that chaos within your mind, paranoia, whatever it is. But when you start following that path, all of a sudden, it's like things are illuminated, and you're going, "Oh my God, I'm victorious. I feel very successful now. I feel like." I'm leading where I'm being led to where I'm supposed to go. I can now celebrate. I can celebrate the people around me. I can celebrate myself. I can celebrate this relationship or this new opportunity or this career, or again, however it relates to you within your mind. We've got the Chariot coming through. So there's a sense of balance that needs to happen. It's interesting because we have both this, this white dragon, we have this black dragon, and we have to balance those energies. And, it doesn't mean that you're not pursuing what it is that you want. It's just that I do feel there is some sort of directional change. Okay. Maybe that for some of you, it's just a directional change towards, like, again, a new company, maybe towards a new person, maybe just changing the energy that's inside of you in order to open this door. Because if we're standing at the door in a place of that Five of Wands energy and a sense of conflict of some sort, nobody's going to open the freaking door, right? Like, I'm not letting anybody in that's coming at my door and like, really knocking. And it's like, let me in, let me in, let me in. I demand to be let in. Nobody's going to do that, right? So maybe it's that change of energy that all of a sudden you approach that door, and whatever this opportunity is, whatever it is that you're seeking or desiring, they feel that change of energy, and now they're going to open the door because now you're in a place where you can actually receive what it is that you're wanting or desiring. We also have the Judgment card. Again, I love the way Spirit comes through like this. Judgment is going into yourself. Judgment is taking a look at not only past actions, but taking a look into the deeper aspects of yourself, showing you different things. It's also a call from Spirit, that Spirit is sending you some sort of guidance, some sort of in some of these, I don't think that this card has it, but you'll have the angel, especially in the traditional, Rider-Waite, where he has that trumpet, he's blowing, he's calling you to action. Follow that trumpet, follow the trumpet that you're hearing within your heart, follow the trumpet that with your intuition is the better place to head towards. And there we go. I was waiting for this card to come up. I knew it was because we talked about illumination. I was like the moon, it almost feels like your path is being illuminated. Now, that's not the traditional meaning of the moon. Obviously, for some of you, it could be the matter of, you're waiting for another shoe to drop, or you're waiting for some sort of opportunity to come through. Or you could be in a place of focusing in on the negative emotions. What I'm getting from this card, especially with that Judgment card in front of it, is what I'm receiving is that your path is being illuminated. Follow those instincts, follow Spirit, have that faith that the universe is bringing it to you. It's time to start moving ahead, start releasing those things that, you know, those fears, that chaotic energy or that mental anguish in some manner in order to allow those doors to start opening. Remember that Spirit is going to be bringing through messages for you. Have that belief, have that faith, and have that sense of being open to the messages that you're receiving. Let's take a look into relationships at this time. So we're going to, all of the cards that I'm using today, well, not quite all of them, but I'm using the Oracles of Shadows and Light, I'm using the Alice in Wonderland, and I'm using Love Empire by Lucy Cavendish, and the cards that I'm clarifying with are the Wizard's Tarot by Barbara Moore. So these are the Oracles of Shadows and Light. We're going to be pulling 3 of these, 3 from the Wizard's Tarot. And we're going to be looking into relationships. Remember that relationships do not need to be romantic. They can be friends, family, co-worker. Just take them as they resonate for you. They can also be a message for yourself, all right? Or a relationship in regards to yourself. The first one coming in, strangely lonely, holding on. I cannot make this up, guys. So remember what I was saying, holding on too tight. You're knocking on this door. You're trying to get in this door. This door's closed for whatever reason. Again, the door might possibly open, but there needs to be a change. There needs to be a letting go. There needs to be a shift within the energy. It doesn't mean that it won't ever open, but if you're being shown those other opportunities by Spirit, if they're coming through, this is something that you have to truly take a look at. And this very well could have to do, because we did have that 2 of Cups coming through, this very much could have to do with relationships, and it very well could be a romantic relationship in some manner. Autumn is my last chance. Please don't lose hope. You know what I'm getting here? We are in autumn season. Okay, we are in autumn season. So for some of you, I mean, obviously depending on what part of the world you're in, but for North America, this is autumn. And it's interesting because, here's the thing. I feel like you need to keep the faith. Okay, the faith towards achieving your goal. What I do feel needs to be let go of is the possible goal itself, okay? And by what I mean by that is maybe a particular person or a particular, like I said, company or one particular, it's like you're not keeping those options open. And what I'm getting here, again, is don't lose the hope. Just because you're not getting that, what's behind door number 1, doesn't mean that door number 2 or door number 3 or door number 4 don't have better options for you. I feel like this is coming through very, very soon. Like I said, we had that white rabbit that came through, that, and strange encounters and animal messages. All right. So I feel like this is the week to really start paying attention, really start putting your focus in on keeping your mind open. Look for those other opportunities. See what comes through. 3 witchy sisters, the power of 3. This is interesting energy. I do feel this could have to do with 3 opportunities. It's sort of like the 3 fates for me too. So I'm actually, though, what I am going to do is, because I don't quite, I just want to read from the book on that one. So just give me one quick second, because I do feel that this, for whatever reason, is coming through as a message that may need the energy from the book. So it does say about the 3 witchy sisters. These witchy sisters are triplets. They go everywhere together. Each one works with others to keep their magical knowledge strong and very grounded and very simple. Their hats are designed to connect them to celestial knowledge, all that is said to be above, and when they take them off, they connect to the earth, what is said to be below. They are very, very good at sensing what sort of energy is about, and they often visit people who know something isn't quite right, but just can't work out what that is. It's interesting. Again, messages as above, so below. This is also earth energy, but this is spirit energy. as well, or grounded earth energy. It's like I said, like somehow I just felt like three fates coming through there. It's like what's above, it's like spirit, earth, what is below. What is below will come up. So what are you focusing in on? Are you focusing in on the negativity? Are you focusing on things that are no longer serving you? Because those are going to start showing within your physical realm. I also get that these are coming through in order to allow you to release. It almost feels like those messages are coming through. These witches are bringing some sort of message towards you, like I said, with the animals, or maybe perhaps spirit showing you different paths. These are for people that are in a place of confusion. But if you're focusing in on what's below, all right, and some sort of negative aspect that you can now release, you're not going to be allowing yourself to receive those messages from spirit. So it almost feels like these messages are trying to come through. This is like that verification towards that at this time. So let's get some clarifying cards from spirit and see what is coming through with that. This is interesting energy, because I just feel very, very strongly, Cancers, that you guys are being guided. You're being guided, and you're being guided so strongly. And it's almost like, you have spirit standing in the doorway, like, hello, we're over here. We're over here. Pay attention, over here. And for some of you, you might be right and no answer. But because this door over here is waving at you. It's time to open up. Allow those messages. It's just what I feel. All right. Let's get 3 cards for verification. Yeah, 7 of Cups coming through. A 7 of Cups is it can be very much a card of fantasy. It could be also, staying within our mind, not making an actual decision. What I'm also getting here too is with this card, what it can portray is basically making a decision. One that is going to be more beneficial for you. What is the true nature? What is it that you're truly desiring? What is it that you're truly looking at? He's got these 7 cups that he could choose out of, and where is he heading? Okay, he just has to now pick the cup and head towards it. But again, if you're hanging on to energy that isn't moving, or energy that is stagnant in some way, it's not going to make that, it's not going to move things. Become that magician. Become that person that can create whatever it is that they want to create. Again, it might be even just a shift in the energy that will open this door, but you don't want to hang on to that energy. You want to release it and let it, heal itself in some sort of natural way. It's interesting because this magician, he recognizes energy, he recognizes elements, he knows he has the tools to be able to create whatever it is that he wants to manifest. And we have that 6 of Cups. That 6 of Cups is coming through. And for some of you, this could be a past relationship. This also could be, maybe you're wanting to reconcile in some way. Maybe you're wanting, maybe you're hanging on to old energy that is no longer needed from a past relationship in some way. Maybe you're trying to create some sort of new energy with a new person, or maybe, towards a particular thing. But if you're hanging on to that old energy, it's going to make it very difficult for it to, be created. The other thing I'm getting with that is that if you're wanting a reconciliation with somebody, whether this is, a past boyfriend, girlfriend, maybe, somebody that meant a lot to you in the past, because that 6 of Cups is usually, for the most part, very fond memories. Maybe not all the memories are fond, but, your heart is still heading in that direction in some way. Again, I'm feeling that shift in the energy. Those 3 sisters are coming in for a reason. They're basically showing you some sort of guidance, or helping you with some sort of situation. And it feels like, if you're hanging on to the energy of this person, or some sort of past relationship, too tightly, it's going to be very hard for that energy to be created or to shift on a natural way. It's going to be very hard for the universe to go in and shift that energy towards the way that you want it. And again, take this as it resonates with you, okay? But if you're even hanging on to, let's say, maybe you want to reconcile with somebody. Again, this is just an example. You want a reconciliation, but you're hanging on to the old negative energy from that relationship too. How do you create a new energy? How do you allow that energy to change, to shift? If you're sitting there and you're hanging on to the negativity of that relationship, there's so many times I've had clients that will say, well, I really want this, when is my boyfriend coming back? Or when is this girl going to come back into my life? And you pick up on the energy, and it's like, when you tap into them, when you tap into that energy, they're feeling like constrained, they're feeling restricted, they have all this old resentment. Maybe the person, was manipulative, maybe there was some sort of fight, maybe there was, some sort of infidelity, whatever it is, and they're hanging on to it, but yet they want that person back. It makes no sense, right? So what you got to do is, you have to basically release those old energies that they're hanging on to, or they have to release the old energies that they're hanging on to. I don't do it for them, but I can give them that guidance towards that. And that's what I'm feeling. It's like you want to create this, but you're hanging on to this. The two can't work together. As above, so below. Okay? What you're focusing in on, you're going to, really create that manifestation, whether it's in a positive way or a negative way. You cannot, the above and below has to balance. They have to balance. Your energy has to be in a place that you're allowing, a place that you're being open to receive. And again, I do feel with those messages coming through, they might be either redirecting you to a new opportunity, a new path, or maybe just, giving you that message, like, go over here for a while. Stop focusing in on this energy. Here's something else that you can focus in on. Allow us to clear up whatever energy this is. It has to be done in a natural way. It doesn't mean that it will be done, because if it's not for you, it's not going to come through for you, right? Which is why Spirit might be leading you towards something that is supposed to be a part of your physical reality. So let's get some closing messages from Spirit and see what is coming through. These are closing messages from Spirit for Cancer, October 23rd to the 30th. Show me what is coming through. Reason. Listen to advice. Think clearly and intellect. Yeah, it's really time to use, the reason, the reasoning. Right? Again, it's just a matter of taking a look at the situation and recognizing perhaps that closed door, or maybe perhaps, opening up your mind to those messages that are supposed to be coming through for you at this time. Allure, desire, manipulation. Interesting energy. This very much could be... It's interesting because what I'm actually getting, this is like the Magician card. You can manifest and create. When it talks about manipulation, that doesn't need to be in a particularly negative way, although do watch your energy, of course. But what I'm also getting is, what does the Magician do? He manipulates the energy. He takes the positive energy. He takes the positive visualization. He uses that law of attraction to create what it is that he desires. Because the universe is drawn to what it is that we're feeling on the inside and projecting on the outside. All right. So I truly hope this has helped, Cancers. If this reading has resonated with you, please click like, please share my videos, and please subscribe to my channel. I hope to see you on Saturday, 1 o'clock Mountain Time, and for the live show. Have an amazing week and take care. Many blessings.